In this tutorial, we're going to take photos and save them on the Android device using the Camera2 API. All programming will be done in Java. Before we begin, quick reminder that I do a live stream every single day. So you visit ojambo.com, you go to the watch menu, then live submenu. You can see this current live stream is called Java Camera2 API Save Photo Android Development. The channel it's going to be on and the approximate day and time. And then you can see here we have the post-dated future live streams. The channel they're going to be on and the dates. For each of those articles, there's going to be about 3 paragraphs at the beginning of each article. It will tell you the day the live stream is going to be and the time, and it's always going to be Eastern. You're free to ask questions relating to programming related topics. And this is the channel. You click here, you log in, and you can participate in the live chat. I'll be able to answer during the live stream. If you don't want to do that, you can simply just watch the embedded video. I'll show you that below. Okay, so we're going to use the Android Camera2 API, which was introduced in Android API level 21, which corresponds to the Android 5.0 or Lollipop. The Camera2 API introduced new features to control, capture, and manipulate captured images. The Camera2 API also offers developers more control over the camera hardware, allowing for fine-grained adjustments such as shutter speed, that's ISO, autofocus, and raw capture. You can get more information about the Camera2 API reference. You can click here in this link here. You see it will take you to the Android Camera2 API. You can see, you can get the camera devices, camera characteristics, you can get them as well, capture sessions, and the camera preview can be sent to surface view, texture view, or I'm going to use the texture view. And then you can capture JPEG images or raw buffers. I will obviously not use raw buffers because they're very, very large. What I do intend to do in this ongoing series is to actually upload those images. So if it was raw, even though it's on a local network, it'll be way, way too big. So JPEG is fine. Okay, so continuing on, obviously it's going to be a native Java Android application, not the HTML5 application that runs in the browser. Java is cross-platform. So the reason I'm using Java, this is just a test for the ongoing Chicken webcam series, is that the problem with the HTML5 application is that it runs in a web browser. So that means that it drains the battery a lot, because not only is it just your application, it's also the web browser. And for example, even on the mid-range devices here, like this Sony Xperia XA1 Ultra, it's going to drain the battery, and it's already a Node device. And this is my current daily device. It's a Samsung Galaxy S21 FE 5G. This one obviously will not be used for this until it gets replaced. And obviously this is the Android emulator, the medium phone. As I was saying, the reason I want to use the Java, because especially the Camera2 API, is that you can also create a camera service. So this will allow, meaning that I won't need a preview. So that will also you just use the camera, take a photo, and immediately upload it to my local network. So that way it won't use as much of the battery, much less. Okay, so this is the source code here to take and save the photo. And of course, you're going to need the Android SDK platform tools. They're also cross-platform, Mac, what's the other one? Linux and Windows. You see the SDK platform tools. I'm going to be using the latest one. You see here it's for Windows, Mac, and Linux. So these tools also allow us to connect to your device wirelessly, and that's what I'm going to do as well. So basically what we're going to do today is I'm going to use Android Studio. So I'm going to create an Android layout XML file. This is the path it's going to be on, and then I'm going to create a manifest file because we need permission to use a camera. That's manifest.xml. and then the code snippet to show the camera view. The take photo button will obviously take the photo, and then it will also save the photo. You see in the screenshots here when this is what it looked like. Once you get the permissions, then the button will be here. When you click the button, so it takes a photo, and then there's a little log here, which will actually it's overlaid, which will actually tell you that it's saved on the location it's saved, and then you can actually go and if you're using Android Studio, you can actually use the file explorer, and you can actually, or device explorer, sorry, and then you can get to the file and you can actually view it, or you can even download it and save it on your local machine. Okay, so also during this tutorial, I'll show you how you can wirelessly connect to your Android device. So you no longer need the USB connector. So especially if you have one of the modern devices, especially if it has like wireless charging, you really don't need the USB connection anymore. All right, Java is licensed under the oh, this is actually not correct. The Android is licensed under the Apache license version 2 for the user space software, and the GNU public license version 2 for the Linux kernel. So obviously Apache license is it's permissive, and the GNU GPL is copyleft. So they both do allow commercial use, making modifications, distributions, and making it proprietary. Just consult the license for more specific details. I'll find out more about Java because I know there's like OpenJDK and there's different version of Java. I believe this one is actually wrong. Because Java is licensed by Oracle. I'm not sure what license, but I'll fix this. I'll find this out. I think I was talking about OpenJDK. That's a different one. That one is also licensed under a different license. I believe it's the GNU, but I'll confirm that. Okay, with that out of the way. Oh, I forgot. This is the video. This is the video, the live stream. So, for example, if you play it, I think yeah, there you go. Yeah, I don't know if you heard that, but it's actually, you can actually play the video here, so you don't have to go to the channel to watch it. All right. If I forgot to say this, be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments for more frequent content. Okay, with that out of the way, I'm going to open up Android Studio. Okay, I'm opening it up. It opens up on another. Oh, there we go. Okay, I don't know what this is. So let's actually exit here, and I think it's close project. Yeah, and then we're going to create our own project. Oh, here it is. So I'm going to delete this one because that's not needed. Remove from recent projects. And then I'm also going to go to the Android folder, Android projects folder, and delete it. Oh, I have two of them. I'm not sure which one is which. Ooh, I'm not sure which one is which. I think it was this one. Oh, there's another one. I'll delete both of them. All right, so with that out of the way, so what you do is I go to new project. In the last tutorial, I said that you can use the no activity, but I believe if you go to, I think it's this one, empty views activity. I think this one, yeah, this one also allows you to pick Java. So that's great. So up here, I'll just say save photo. And that's fine. So the minimum SDK is fine, and that's all fine. So I'll just click finish. So this is going to take a while. Yeah, this. Oh wow, it's actually going way faster. Ah, interesting. It's still loading here, but it's still way much faster than I anticipated. So we'll just wait for this. It's importing the Gradle project. Just wait for that to finish. In the meantime, what I'll do is I think it should have a, so this is the manifest here, which is great. And see if it has a layout. It has a layout, so that's fine. So we'll modify this layout. Wonder if I can, yeah, there you go. So it's activity underscore main. So I'll open this up. Oh, it's still syncing, so I guess I have to wait until this finishes. I don't know how long it takes. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it takes its sweet time. Okay, it's showing this two more things to go through. Oh, it's done. Okay, that's great. So here we go. So you can use the WYSIWYG editor. I just prefer to use the just decode it. So you click this little icon here where it says code, and see this is the code here. So what it has is it's using Android constraint layout widget. I want to use a relative layout, so I'm going to change this to relative layout. Everything else stays the same except that the text view, I don't need a text view, so I'm just going to delete all this. Okay, so as I said, just get a relative layout. I believe I should be able to zoom in here. The Alt key. Sometimes I'm able to zoom. I don't know. Oh, maybe it's this. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's not working. Anyway, so it's a relative layout. The width and height for the relative layout is match parent, so that means it's going to take up the entire width and height. And then what I did is I added a texture view. So the texture view, I'm okay with it taking up also the, see it says wrap parent, wrap content. You take up the width of the parent as well. That's fine. And I give it an ID because we're going to target this to put the camera view onto it. And then I have a button here. I just call it take picture. I should probably call it save picture, but that's fine. And it's also wrap width and wrap content. So this is just going to take up as much width and height as it needs, which is perfectly fine. Now, if you see this little warning sign here, it wants to use a like a string, and then you can put the name there. We can add the name using the Java program, but I find it just easier just to put it here. It's just easier because I know it's here and it's just simple. Okay, so with this out of the way, next thing we need to open up is our manifest file. So you click on this app folder, you go to manifests. There should be one, and then we just need to add a few things here. So we don't need to touch this. It's the main activity. That's perfectly fine. What we need to do is above the application, we need to tell it what permissions we need. So clearly, we need two permissions. First, we need the permission to use a camera, and then we also need permissions to read and write in the storage. Okay, so as you can see here, so it uses the feature. So it's going to use the feature camera. The permission it's going to need is a camera. That's simple enough. Then I also need to write to the external storage. And for some reason, if you're using a later API like I am, you have to say the max SDK version is 28. So this is for all the devices. And I just remember, I'm using a Node device as the chicken webcam. So I do need to add this here. And then the permission, of course, I also need to read. And then I also need to manage the external storage. So, and then ignore scope storage. Okay, so with that out of the way, we save this. Make sure you saved this activity as well. Okay, then after that, we can actually go to our code. Man, it's already been 15 minutes. Wow. So you see here, it extends app. What do you call it? App compact activity. So that's fine. I think we can, let me see. This is actually pretty good. Most of this we're going to use, but I'm going to just delete this, and I don't need that. And I'm also going to delete everything up here. Okay, so what I'll do first is Why can I scroll down here? Okay, here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the variables I need. So I need a bunch of variables here, and I'll just go through them one by one. Okay, so first I need a string for the, this is just for the name of the my application. I call it chicken webcam. This is the button. Remember, we created the button in the activity, and then the text review, that's also created in the activity. So this is how this is variables to hold them. And the reason I'm putting it in here in the class is because we're going to use it in different methods. And then, as I said, because we're using the Camera2 API, so you have more control. For example, these are the orientations, 0, 90, 180, and 270. And then here we have the camera ID, because obviously most phones, even the low-end devices, they do have at least 2 cameras. For example, my device, which is I guess somewhere between mid-range and high-end, it has 4 cameras. So we need to pick, and obviously the cameras that I'm more interested in are the ones, the back-facing cameras, because they have a better quality. And then we have the camera capture request builder. We have the image dimension. So remember, because my device can take high-end like resolutions, I don't really need them, because all I need is just a good quality picture. So I want to limit, because remember, I'm also not using the raw images, because those will be way too big. So then the image reader, this is just Java stuff, file and static. This request camera permission. I set to 200, and this is the see if flash is supported. So this is actually pretty good. For example, if you're gonna check on the sensors for nighttime, or when for example, like today, right now, it's very cloudy, so you might need the flash as well. The background handler, because we need to decide if this can work in the background or not. That's another problem with the HTML5 version, is that it, if something comes up, takes the foreground, the application will stop. It doesn't work in the background. But this one, we can allow it to work in the background. This is the photo handler and the background threads. And finally, to check if it's recording, because if it goes into the background, we have to check to see if it's recording. So that this is just a variable, it's a Boolean variable. We set it to false, obviously, in the beginning. Okay, so after that, we're going to create our first method, which is going to be protected. It's an override, and that's the one I deleted. I'll add it back here. So as you can see here, on create, the bundle. So we have here texture listener. This will make more sense after we actually create all these things. We haven't created yet. So the on click, sorry, the button. Where's the button here? Texture button. Oh yeah, see, it's find view by ID. It's take picture. So it found that, and then this part you see in red, I haven't created those methods yet. So once I create them, it will make more sense. And this is the variable I was talking about. See, is recording, we set it to true. When the button is pressed, we set it to true. And then if you press the button again, we change the text to record. You see, is recording, we set it to false. And then the photo handler, you see, we give it we move that callback so it will stop recording. So it's a toggle button. Okay, so the next one I'm going to create is called the texture surface view texture listener. This will fix this issue up here we have. So down here, just paste it. I'll go through it as well. So as you can see, that is now gone. Now this texture listener, we'll create this one later. And basically what it does is when the texture available, we can open the camera, and we're not using these other ones. So just return false. And the next one is the camera device, the callback states. So that's here. And this is the one that creates the camera view. Basically, this is the one that will actually put the camera onto the texture, onto the texture. Again, this one, like the open camera and camera preview, I'll get those in a second. oh, not a second, but just paste it. So I've done all this before in previous tutorials. I'm just going this a little bit faster. We've done all this, and I'm copying, pasting, so don't waste too much time here. As I said, you can look at the previous tutorials I've done. If you guys want, I can also put this on something like GitHub if it's easier for you. All right, so they will start the background thread here. See, it's camera background. And then here, this is the take picture one. It's a very long one. Okay, I'll try to zip through this quickly. It's maybe in 20 minutes. Okay, so take picture. So if the camera device is null, we basically return, we don't continue. So we start a camera manager, get the camera characteristics. Remember, we want JPEG sizes. So we get our sizes, and then we set it to 640 by 480. Because I said before, this can take very large sized images, and that's obviously going to, and it won't drain the battery, but trying to upload it to my local network, I don't need that. I said, because I know if I take a decent quality photo from the camera, I can resize it, because all I care about, as I said, is watching, especially during the day, for foxes and other pests that will try to get the chickens. Okay, so this just set the width and the height. Pretty simple here. And then obviously we grab the image reader. As I said, this is all, did we do this in a previous tutorial? Oh yeah, okay, we didn't do this. So this is new. So basically, I create an image directory here, and we save the image. I save it as pic, pic.jpg. And the image reader, we have a listener here. And basically, we just, this is where we save it. So as you can tell, for the future tutorial where to upload it, I'll just add an upload one. So after it's being saved, it will just be uploaded immediately. Okay, we haven't created a camera preview yet, so we'll do that next. Camera preview, that's a protected class, protected method, and here it is. And again, this is just straightforward from previous tutorials. Same with the next one, which is the open camera, which is a private. And you see, we check, and we're using the log E. So log E will, this is like, it's an overlaid log which will be output to our screen, which is what we want. It's over relying on the logcat. The logcat is fine but this app is not going to be always running in Android Studio. So I would like some output. I said this is only for my particular use case. If you don't need any of this, obviously you can remove them. You don't need to logcat, but this is good for when you are when you're debugging your application. One of the most important things when you become a developer or programmer is that, especially when you work by yourself, you need to find ways to debug, test the things by yourself. So here again, I update the preview. If it's an error, return. If everything goes well, we just do a try catch, and we will, what do you call it here? We'll set the camera request builder. Remember, I showed you that variable at the top. And finally, this, let's just grab all this. We're going to close the camera and have an on resume and on pause. So we just close the camera. It's pretty simple. Camera device.close. And then camera device, set it to now. That's it. And the image reader, close, set it to now. Simple. And on resume, remember, as I said, if this app goes into the background or something happens, like some apps like this, the Google apps, for example, they will hog the foreground. So, and then your app will go into the background. So it will be put on pause. So you need to resume. So this is how you can resume. It will say on resume, and then you can start the background thread. And then it's a texture. If the texture view is available, you open the camera. Else, you set the surface to the texture listener. And then, of course, on pause, and I said it's gonna go on pause, you can't really control this. I said some apps will just or as they call it, the first I guess first-rate apps, as Google probably internally calls them, they will take they will force your app to go into the background. So you need a way to pause it. So you can see I just stop the background thread and go to pause. So that's it. Now if we go up here, you can see there's no red, everything is working fine. There's no reds or anything. So I can run this on the emulator, but the emulator is going to take a while to start up. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. I'll make sure I save this first. So I'll go here and I'll click on pair device using Wi-Fi. Then you can see that QR code. So what I'll do is I'll go to my phone and I'll go to settings. And then I go down until I find developer options. So developer options, I scroll down and where it says debugging, there's USB debugging. So if USB debugging, you can just plug in your USB cable from your device to your workstation. But for me, under debugging, I have USB debugging, revoke USB debugging authorization, 3GPPIAT commands. Then it says wireless debugging. So I enable wireless debugging, allow. Then I click on wireless debugging again. Then it gives me two options. It says pair device with QR code or pair device with pairing code. So this is the pairing code here or this one. So I personally prefer the QR code. It's just simpler. So I click on the QR code. Then with the phone, it should find it. Then it's pairing. An error occurred. Try again. Okay, I'll click the back button. I'll try one more time. Start a new device. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so that's not working. So I'm going to try the pairing with a code. The opus pair code. I've done that. It says it's scanning. It gave me an ID, but this guy is not showing up here. I don't know why. Maybe there's something wrong with the connection. This is going to be horrible if this doesn't connect. Come on, guys. So let me close this and try it again. Oh, it found it. I didn't even do anything. It found it up there. Okay, I guess because it was previously there. Okay, so if I run this now, I'm going to hit debug app. So it's building down here. So I'm going to click on this here, running devices, the Samsung here. So you should see what it looks like. Yeah, so this is actually my phone. And you can see it gives me two options. I can control with the mouse here, or I can control it on the phone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this time only. And as you can see, it's showing my keyboard, but I can take it somewhere else. And as you can see, it's actually now showing the what do you call it? The actually screen. So I'm going to click the button. Now it's recording, and you see it says it saved the it saves it because it's saving every 3 seconds, I think it is. Yeah, you see it's saving a bunch of photos. So I'm going to click this. So now it's no longer I'm putting it down here. So it's no longer recording, but you remember it saved the photo as pic.jpg. I wasn't able to check what folder it's on, so I believe I might have to actually go back to the article and zoom in here because I can't remember where it was. Let me zoom in here. So it's under, I don't know where that one is. Oh, great. I don't know. Okay, oh, here we go. So it says it's saved in /data/user 0. Okay, perfect. So that's good enough. Let's go back here. So what you do is you click on here, see it says device manager, click on device manager. Then obviously this is the phone I want. And then here you click on open in device explorer. So it's here. Remember we're looking for slash, was it user? So let's go to user. I don't see slash user. Let's go back here. It's slash data, sorry, slash data. So let's look for data. So data is here. And let's go back again. What was it? Slash data slash user. Okay, so I believe, is it local? No, it's not there. Really data? Okay, so this data, so scroll the way down. Okay, here we go. We have, I save photo. Here we go, and we have an image deer. That's the, remember I created that one, and here we go. So it's here, pick. So if I can right click on it, you can see you can save as, and look at the size. You see the size, it's 3.7 meg. This is a very important why I wanted to use JPEG and also to try to resize it. So this is the JPEG image, and I can open it or save. So let me open it. And this is the image. So now this is imaged, and you can see it's 4000 by 3000 JPEG. That's fine, and it's 24-bit color and 3.88 meg. So that's fine for if I'm uploading this to my local LAN. But as you can tell, I'm just by myself now. Imagine if I had like family members or other people living with me in the same place. Obviously, you know, when, for example, I'm doing a live stream right now. Now imagine somebody would be uploading this because this will be happening at the same time. So this won't be too much, I think, because it's on a network. But I'm saying is that I would definitely resize it, because I said I don't need 4000 by 3000. All I really need is, as long as it's a good quality image, if it's resized to, you know, 1080p, it'll be perfectly fine. So there we go. So you can obviously, you can save this. You can, well, not sure, like color picker. You can, yeah, there we go. So you go here and go to file and etc. and etc. But I don't need that. And I said you can right click this image here as well, and you can click save as, and then you can see it can also save in a different location if you want, or in your local directory. So I don't need to save it. This is the end of the programming part of the tutorial. So in the next tutorial for the Java series, I will show you how we'll be able to upload this photo to my local network, or any network you want. Okay, and I'll also show you, because we also have to have an SSL certificate. So I'll show you how to, we've done a tutorial on that, but I'll show you all that in the future. Okay, so that's the end. So I can close this to close the app. Let me, it's too bad the app is closed, but I could have shown you the device. Wait, which one is the device here? Yeah, it stopped running, but if it was still running, I would have shown you how it actually, let me actually run it again. And I want to show you the device. Don't need this. Stop mirroring. View details. No, we don't need the view details. Where do I see the... Here we go. So, okay, so this is the app, as you can see. So I'm going to stop using the app. And this is what part I wanted to show you. See here, if we go back, you see in the developer options, I have USB debugging, revoke USB debugging, 3GPP at AT commands, and I have wireless debugging. You see under wireless debugging, it's enabled. And then if I click this, you see this part comes, you can pair with the QR code, you can pair a device with the pairing code. So these are the two options that you're able to use, and you can see it's connected right now. You see below it says pair devices, Edward at Fedora currently connected. So this is the part I wanted to show you, and clearly. So I'm going to stop the URS debugging. So I click this button, and you can see it's I'm not going to reconnect it. So I just want to get out of here, close that. So that's it, and I can close this, exit, yes. Let me go back and we can finish up here. So this article is in ojambo.com. The code snippet is up there, as I said. And quick reminder that every day I host a live stream. You can visit ojambo.com. Then what you do is you go to the watch menu, live sub menu, and you can see the topic or the live stream article, and the channel it's going to be on, and date and time. And these are post-dated ones. So also be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments for more frequent content. If you enjoyed this, consider supporting me. Purchase one of my WordPress plugins at ojambo.com. You can enroll in my programming courses on ojamboshop.com. You can buy my programming books on Amazon. Search for Edward Ojambo, links in the description. You can also hire me for your programming and app development needs at ojamboservices.com. You can also become a donor at ojambo.com/donate. The donate button is also up here in the fixed header. Okay, so I'm checking the chat, and this is the first time I've not had a chat request for a while, so I think I'll end it here, and I'll see you guys